Hello, and welcome to Sheepdog Says. I'm going to sit slightly further back today so that I don't look like a giant. I was sat kind of curved over yesterday in my Stranger Things t-shirt there. Today I'm going to do a quick update about the Pokemon Mareep Community Day. My son and I have just got back from 3 hours of walking, that's right, walking, around our local town. Normally, I would just get in the car, whiz back and forth around town, driving from spawn point to spawn point, and we would just get all the shinies and generally have a good time just listening to music or whatever, chilling out. But last night I said to my son, "Do you want to walk it? We can put some lures around and we can just see what's what." He said no at first. He said no, let's just drive. I think he rathered the idea of just being tethered to a charger and just going round. I asked him again in the morning and he said no, and then we got up early to do a Latios raid, which I caught, he didn't. I think we're on 2-2 now, maybe 3-2 to me. But his friends poked his head out the window of their car and said, "I hear you're coming walking with us today." And he just replied, "Yeah, I am." I'm like looking at him thinking, you've literally just said no. So we met them in town and they'd already lured up every single stop in this long there's about 8 of them in a row. And we just spent 3 hours going up and down in Deeping along this stretch. It was great fun. It was much nicer kind of walking with other people, having a bit of a proper community thing about it. I can't believe it's taken us 4 to get to the whole community part of the day. It was pretty mad though. The random generator for the shinies is really skewed. So I'm happy I got 5. And I evolved 2 of them so that I've got 1 of each tiered. I caught something stupid like 110 of the Mareep little sheep, which has helped. Ran out of Pokeballs after about 2 hours and I had to keep going from stop to stop to get more. But my son, he only saw two shinies on the whole thing. He caught a lot of plain ones, but he never had an Ampharos, so now he's managed to complete that bit of his Pokedex. He's had a really good couple of days actually because he got his Mew yesterday. That was a fantastic little moment for us. He really enjoyed getting mine, and then on his one, he did it at my mother-in-law's and chased it around the house. I think he made more of a meal out of it by moving the camera around a lot, whereas I was in a car and I just kind of went, there you go. But no, it was good fun watching him kind of make it appear on my wife and then catch it and that sort of thing. He's also added in, I think he got Blaziken and Ampharos, and there was something else he hatched. I forget what it was now, but I'm laughing at this fact because a friend of mine showed me that he was basically 4 ahead of my son, and my son's just caught up today by the looks of it, so I'm going to have a look and see how far they are apart now. I also hatched a Chime Echo, which was one of the few. I only need 6 now, I believe. I'll double check, but it's 5 or 6 that I need, and then I am done, other than regionals. Every time I get close, they release more Pokemon, so I would expect, considering we've got the end of the Kanto event, I want to say tomorrow, sometime soon. We've got the Mareep events done today, the double egg events done today. The Mew quest has been done by most of us now. I fully expect there to be an announcement imminently about Pokemon appearing from the rest of the Pokemon from Johto, was it? I've forgotten the name of the region. It's Kanto, Johto, and the other one. Doesn't matter. I've forgotten. Tier 3. There are like 8 more they need to bring out. They're the more complicated ones where there's a bug that when it evolves, it sheds its skin and its skin becomes another Pokemon, but that Pokemon's only got 1 hit point, but it can only be damaged by special attacks or something stupid like that. So I think that's quite a complicated one for them to work out. They've got Spinder, which apparently has been added to the game, but it's got an unlimited variation of patterns on it, so the chances of you and I catching the same one identically twice is really, really slim. So that should be entertaining, just trying to get different patterns. And I think they're going to release 8 patterns and you can catch all 8 and then you're done, which is an interesting way to do it. And then the other one I think is Huntail, Gorbis and Clampo, I think they are. I don't know what's special about them. I think they evolve with certain stones or at certain times a certain way, but I have no real idea why they're holding that one back. That one seems to have been simple enough to add in during the big water event they did a couple of months back. I don't know what to expect next really, because part of me feels like they can't have Latios as the only raid for a month. I'm already a little bit bored of it. I've done maybe 5. I've caught 2 or 3. I forget now. Which, plus 1 this morning, whatever that was before. I'm never going to use them in a raid. I'm kind of, because of this double XP, I've got a lot more experience than I normally would for a legendary like this. So I'm thinking beef it up a bit. But even then, I don't think it's a player. I don't think it's one that will go into any battle type teams. I had so much Stardust from all these events that I spent on upgrading my 6 strongest. So my team's quite varied, and it's like Ampharos today. I've got enough. I've got like 500 candy to give to it. But if you're thinking of doing that with yours, don't bother. It doesn't fit into the meta, as they call it, anywhere. It's not in the top 25. You're much better off just saving it all and powering up something else and just using your candy for, like, I don't know, experience boosts. Evolve all of the ones you caught and then bin them off. Which makes it a weird choice for a community day Pokemon, really. I don't know why they picked that one and not. So I kind of know why they picked it, I suppose, just because it's an electric type and it's hard to get. But I don't know, I'm expecting them to do another starter next. I'm expecting it to be Squirtle or Charmander for the next community day. We had Bulbasaur last time. Before that we had Dratini and then Pikachu. So that's gone starter, something good, starter, something hard to get but not that good. So I'm reckoning like Squirtle, and then maybe, I don't know, it'd be interesting if they did... it's in my head. Larvitar. If you did a Larvitar event, that'd be quite cool. I can't think of anything else I really want to see at this point because I've got most of the stuff. I would like them to start doing the other starters. My son needs a Totodile still. I wanted to do a baby event. I think that'd be quite fun if they just did a baby event where all the babies were out and you had to go and catch them and some of them were shiny. I'd also like to see an Eevee one. I think that'd be quite cool as well. If they did an Eevee event where you could catch shiny Eevees, then they'd have to make sure that if you had a shiny Eevee and you evolved it, it'd become one of the 6 shiny, I think it's Eevee, yeah, there's 5 in the game at the moment. I guess it'd be frustrating because you'd have to get the hard 2 out of the way first. They'd have to allow the naming cheat. I know if you call them Sakura and something else, they evolve into the specific one. So if you've not got Espeon or Umbreon yet, that's how you do that. You name an Eevee, whichever name it is, and then you click evolve and it evolves into the one you want it to, no matter what. Otherwise, you've got to go to the hassle of walking it for, I think it's like 20 kilometers, and then evolving it a day or night, depending on what you want. A friend of mine just accidentally did his and ended up with a Jolteon, which he was mortified about. But yeah, I think that would be quite a cool event because you'd be looking at trying to get at least 6 shinies to be safe, because you might cock one up. You'd probably want to get like 8 shinies because you know there's going to be Glaceon, Leafeon and Sylveon later on. I guess they probably don't want to add Eevee in yet in case that ends up, they don't want to have to release the shiny straight away and then everyone's got it. But no, that would be an event that would make me go out in overdrive and just put on loads of lures and loads of incubators and loads of, get everything sorted. Maybe they should save that one for a generation or so. But yeah, I mean, these community days are awesome fun. I've had a great time with my son today. He was really good out walking. We went all the way around. He's running around with his little friend. They got some sweets and stuff. And yeah, it's just been lovely. I woke up this morning, spent the first 3 hours with my son, the baby, just feeding him and everything while my wife had a bit of a lie-in. Spent 3 hours with Bosco now, so I'm thinking do the video and then spend 3 hours with my daughter and then 3 hours with my wife and then go to sleep. And that'll be a great family day, all sorted. I don't know why I'm saying 3 hours. I'm not 3, 6, 9, 12. That's only half the day. I'm not going to sleep 12 hours. But yeah, I'm having a great Sunday so far, and I think Niantic have done a good job. The double eggs were a quarter distance as well, which I wish they'd talked a bit more about in advance. A lot of people were upset because they only got they only counted if you did it at the start of the event. So people like me had a few left in they had to get rid of. But no, I hatched some stuff that wasn't all that useful, to be honest. But my son got a couple he didn't have before. I wanted to do more of them. I think that should be encouraged. It was a good shout. I cleared out a few rubbish eggs. But yeah, I'm at a position now where, and I know most people have said they like watching these videos, the Happy Pokemon Go videos, but I'm conscious and I can see the numbers where there'll be a lesser number cap on these videos as to other videos. Like if I have a rant, it's up here. If I talk about Pokemon, the cap's there, and then other ones are in between. But right now, I've only got, as I say, 7 to catch, if that, 6 to catch. There's not that much for me to talk about for a little bit, unless they make a major announcement. So I guess right now it's over to Niantic to see whether they come out with something so good that I get to bounce around about it again. If it keeps being that they constantly bring out something really good and it's something that's, you know, always something great to talk about, then what I think I might do is start doing Pokemon Go videos and my nonsense videos, and just have the Pokemon Go ones whenever, and then a me one every day, because that would probably be a lot easier. You know, all it would involve is me turning the camera off and having another chat afterwards. I'm not going to do that today though, because I want to spend some time with my family. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know how you got on. Did you get enough shiny Mareep to evolve them all? Have you done the Mew quest yet? If not, which bit are you finding hard? Because this is probably your last day to get lots and lots of Magikarp candy, or at least it's coming up, the deadline's coming up. It's probably also a good time to try really hard to get the Dittos. If you look for Zubat, Ghastly, Rattata or Pidgey, just catch them exclusively if you're on a Ditto mission. And the Excellent Throw one was a nightmare. So for when I did it, it took me 46 throws. You have to basically catch 50 Pokemon with a berry, and I was on number 46 before I got an Excellent Throw. I got well over 50. I think I was on about 65 throws for my son, and I just accidentally got an Excellent Throw. So that is the hardest bit. Everything else is time-based. That one's skill-based, and that is difficult to do. But yeah, just keep at it. Just, you know, the more throws you do, the more likely you are to do it. Let me know your progress. I'm interested to hear. I reckon the new quest ought to be out before the end of the month. It's got to be, and I reckon it'll be Celebi. Because if it's not, that'd be weird. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.